One of the biggest co-op genres that we and many of you love is the co-op shooter. That's a hugely broad category that can span from Borderlands to Portal and almost anywhere in between. But one of the games that really pioneered it all was Left 4 Dead. 13 years later, and not only are people still playing this game, but developers are still trying to build off of the formula. This year alone, we've had Aliens Fireteam Elite, maybe Vienna Crucis, and Ubisoft's Rainbow Six Extract. Just kidding, that was delayed to 2022. But you get the point, and headlining it all is the most spiritual successor I think we've ever seen, Back4Blood. Literally made by the same studio, Back4Blood looks to bring the iconic zombie hordes back from the dead. So we're here as the co-op bros to test if Back4Blood has what it takes to be one of the great co-op shooters to play for you and your best friends.
Oh god, I'm chasing the hag. It's about to grab me. Ah! Okay, I juked it. I literally just juked the hag. Ah!
Hello, birdies.
Get right up my cakes.
Dude, we're right up in your cakes right now.
Yeah, dude, my nose is in your book.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I fell. Oh god! What? Holy! You got more pipe on?
Get on.
I'm trying. Alright, I'm on.
Oh, it hit me off!
I'm dead, but I'm inside the truck.
No, come on. Okay, we're good. Oh my gosh, dude. You guys are both dead and I had like no health.
As far as co-op shooters go, Back4Blood makes it real easy to get your crew together. There's a simple social tab that's easy enough for anyone to navigate and invite their friends. Now once you're all together, you'll be in Fort Hope, basically a makeshift camp that acts as a home base. Here you and your friends can buy cards, build your decks, try out different guns on the test dummies, or on your helpless teammates.
We have it. Alright, we're just chilling here. Get out of here, dude! You're coming to kill me.
And apply any cosmetics before heading out. The host will then start a run with a certain amount of continues depending on your difficulty level. The progression of that specific run is safe for the host and the host only, but every mission you complete as a team is safe for each player. So basically, if you have continues left and you want to hop back into your current run with all your upgrades and such, you'll need the previous host who started it. But if that person isn't available, you can just have someone start a new run starting at the mission you left off at. Now, if you're hoping to play with friends on different consoles, well, you're in luck, since Back4Blood supports crossplay and cross-generation across all platforms. Not to mention, it's on Game Pass, and it's also a Play Anywhere title with shared saves. We also rarely ran into any glitches, and the ones we did were pretty minor graphical bugs, so expect a pretty smooth experience.
Slip and slide. It's like Wet n Wild.
Yay! I love a good
I went
slide.
right, you went left.
We all went left. Sorry, Garrett.
Oh no!
Wait, he actually is stuck over there. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, what?
Your main focus while playing Back4Blood will be to play through the 4 acts of the campaign. Each act is made up of small to medium-sized missions that take you to your usual post-apocalyptic backdrops. Zombie-infested police department? Yeah, that's here. Zombie-infested American suburbs? Yeah, that's also here. As you play through an act, you'll slowly upgrade your character by either picking up or purchasing guns and attachments, and also by adding cards to your build from your deck. After completing, or maybe failing an act, you'll head back to the fort to buy more cards and work on your deck and hopefully perfect your build. If you do fail, it's not that big of a deal. It just means starting back up at a recent mission and re-picking some cards and purchasing some new weapons. So that's the loop. Play through an act, try not to fail, and buy more cards back at home base. Our sessions usually saw us starting or continuing an act that we had already started, hopefully finishing all the missions in that act, and then working on our decks to end the night. It's a straightforward gameplay loop that I think many of you are going to enjoy.
Moving on position.
Save my boy. He's stuck to a wall. What have they done to him?
The disrespect.
In the zombie apocalypse, you live and die by your crew, and so is the case in Back4Blood. The co-op here forces you to rely on your team if you have any hope of surviving the endless onslaught of special zombies. Take the Stinger and Stalker variety. The former will launch a gross loogie at you that freezes you in place, while the latter will give you a big old bear hug while slowly dragging you away from the action. Now the kicker is, the only way to break away from the goo or the grapple is having a teammate come to your aid, lest you get wrecked and die all alone. All the while, you have to contend with a regular onslaught of zombies and focusing on the objectives at hand. If that wasn't stressful enough, the objectives require your team to break into separate roles, like having a run in to collect key items or protecting a player who is focused on a specific action. It can get super chaotic, but like I said, it really forces you to rely on your team if you want to succeed. It does help if your team comes up with complementary builds using the game's card system. Each card varies in what they offer, some give you incremental boosts, while some can even unlock new actions like a strong melee attack. Now you pair that with each character's unique buffs and you have everything you need to craft some sweet team synergy. Now myself, I had a pretty sweet melee build going, slashing heads left and right as Holly.
Look at you go, dude. You're a unit, bro. You're a unit.
But I'd be nothing without Andrew's stock keeping me alive with heals and quick revives. So while Back4Blood throws a whole lot your way, you always have your team to back you up. And I wish I could leave it at that, but unfortunately, it's not without its own fair share of issues.
Oh, here's a spider. Here's a spider.
I'm getting squeezed.
And I'm getting pinned.
And a big boy. Jeez, what peas, man?
Holy crap.
So many of them.
Wow. It just blew up. Literally. It literally just blew up in like 2 seconds.
Oh, man.
That's insane.
So the game throws varied enemies that force teamwork, it encourages you into different roles through interesting objectives, and it allows for diversified classes with its card system. All of that is like great co-op 101. But why do we leave so many sessions feeling frustrated and burnt out? Back4Blood's Achilles heel that takes all of those good co-op mechanics and often turns them on its head are the frustrating difficulty spikes that felt a little lazy in design, or at least we thought so until recently. Let me explain. One of the extra special enemies, the Hag, forces you to totally change the way you play as a team. Instead of running and gunning, you need to silently skirt the Hag as best as possible, as to not set it off and let this happen.
They'll literally eat you whole. Gross.
Yeah, I don't want to see my boys done dirty like that. This works as an interesting game mechanic until the game decides, hey, let's throw a couple of tall boys, some spitters, and why not a few suicide bombers in there to make our life just a little bit more miserable. The Hag alone added a fun challenge, but the game's answer to difficulty was far too often, and let's just throw every special we got at them. This was frustrating because it made communication, a key point of co-op, virtually pointless. Why should I call out incoming special enemies when there were too many to count, coming from all sides and within seconds? Sending in a tall boy forces your team to adjust and find its weak spot. We like that. Sending in multiple tall boys while being pinned down by stingers from a distance just isn't a fun cooperative time. So there's a lot of potential here for Back4Blood to be a standout co-op title, but it's uneven in how it's delivered. Of course, that was the case until 2 days after we finished the campaign, the developers had this to say. Yeah, so I mean, we're happy for you guys who haven't played the game yet, but we were a little bitter it took them a month to figure out that this was the biggest problem of the game.
So this is where we typically say, despite any flaws, this game was still fun. But that's just not the whole truth when it comes to Back4Blood. We had some fun with this game, but the frustration ended up outweighing any moments of satisfaction. On the one hand, you had missions like the early Barroom Blitz, which provided some tense yet memorable moments, where you're so into the gameplay, the crazy objectives, and surviving with your friends. But then the necessary missions would be a total slog to get through, and you just think, what happened? We knew the surrounding mechanics in the game were solid. The deck building could be really rewarding, the gunplay was stellar, and the writing was cracking us up pretty often.
I've been fighting monsters all my life.
The monster turn life, alcoholism, a mortgage.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that's good.
I guess in the end, those things just weren't enough to keep things fun. Now fun is a subjective thing though. That's our experience and you might feel differently.
And no, we're not just trying to use the "hey, fun is subjective" line as an excuse for not making a definitive decision on this game. We genuinely think there is good and potential here, and maybe other people will dig what we didn't. Not to mention, of course, our biggest complaint for this game just got patched out and hopefully is no longer an issue. So we're ending by saying Back4Blood had a lot of good in it, especially from a co-op perspective, but it didn't work for us. But it probably will work for you, especially if you like to replay levels on higher difficulties until you can do them in your sleep. Just be happy you came in a month later than we did.
Thanks for watching our video. Like we said in our previous review, we're moving forward with a new format. So if you've been watching us for a bit, please let us know what you think. As the year draws to a close, we only have a couple more videos coming, but we're really excited about them, so stay tuned on our socials for more info on those. Either way, we'll catch you next time on another episode of The Co-op Bros.
Oh god. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, this is terrifying.
There's a freaking snitch, another one.
Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, the secret's right there! No, you can't do this!
Get in!
I can't, I'm going, I'm going!
You got it, Gary! Leave me! Yes! Yes! Alright, I gotta give up. Woo, you did it.
Wow.
Wow.
That was a
Dude.
good mission.
That was literally insane.
That was crazy, dude.